Read the report and hang your heads in shame.
Dr. Jackie Blue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to speak in the general debate, and thank goodness, I say, thank goodness, we have got a Prime Minister who's focused on the big picture, economic development, jobs and boosting our economy. We are not distracted by the sideshows. We have had a challenging few years, there's no question about that, but that is why the economy must be front and centre stage, and that's why we are determined to continue with the economic growth that we have made strong foundations over the last 4 years. We're doing quite well compared to other countries, and we're very fortunate. We are moving in a positive direction, and the economy must remain front of mind. We have had clear, consistent messages about our economic program and our direction we're taking. We are going to get back to surplus, and we're on track to doing that, Mr Speaker. The latest Crown accounts do confirm that we are back in the black. And the rate we're going, New Zealand is expected to grow faster and more strongly than the Euro area, United Kingdom, Japan and Canada. We are pressing ahead with a wide range of measures to build a more productive and competitive economy. We're working hard on our business growth agenda. We want to attract investment, and basically more investment means more jobs will be created for New Zealanders.
Order. Sorry to interrupt the honourable member, and it won't affect your time. Can I just advise members that they cannot walk around the chamber and interject? It is totally out of order and unnecessary. I call the honourable member Dr. Jackie Blue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The government has worked hard to create businesses, make them stronger so they can hire more people and grow, and in turn more jobs, more growth, and then the economy will strengthen. The plan is working. The economy is growing. Real jobs are being created and confidence is increasing. We're committed to giving businesses the tools to compete successfully globally and to ensure that the right conditions are in place for businesses to grow. And yes, there are some really big opportunities, particularly with the rebuild of Christchurch, and we want to ensure that New Zealanders have the skills that are needed in the next few years. We're determined to boost skills and training, and by combining, we've recently announced the New Zealand Apprenticeship Scheme, which is boosting the number of people in apprenticeships by combining all the apprenticeships and expanding and improving the current system. We are going to be implementing a starting out wage, set at 80% of the minimum wage for eligible 16 to 18-year-olds, and to encourage employers to take on youth. And also the 90-day trial employment law is also helping our young people get into jobs. We're funding 12,000 more tertiary places this year, supporting our fees-free youth guarantee scheme for 13,000 young people, providing new vocational pathways at secondary school, and funding for Māori and Pacifica trades training to give young people more options to train and upskill. Mr Speaker, the recent workforce statistics show that New Zealand's unemployment rate has fallen to 6.9%. It's still not good enough, but it's an improvement, and it's also clear from those stats that more young people are in education, and we are working really hard to make sure our children get a better education and our youth stay in education. Mr Speaker, we have a better public services target for early childhood and secondary school, and a target also for national standards. And I want to take the time to congratulate Tony Ryle, because he has basically been incredibly successful with the health target model, and I'm sure that is how it has gone now into our public services. Targets do work. They bring all stakeholders together, and sometimes it might be that first conversation the stakeholders have on how to achieve that target. Health targets such as cancer waiting times, emergency departing waiting times, electoral operations and immunisations have been hugely successful. Goodness, who would have believed 4 years ago, when we came from a dire situation of women having to be sent to Australia for radiotherapy to now achieving the 4-week gold standard? Who would have thought it? That's what we have done. That's what Tony Ryle has done. And that's how targets work. Who would have thought that 4 years ago, after succeeding with radiation waiting times, we're now going to turn our attention to chemotherapy waiting times? Who would have thought we had gone from a situation where tens of thousands of people were culled from elective waiting lists to a situation now where we have unprecedented levels of elected operations being offered to all New Zealanders? Who would have thought we went from a situation where people were waiting under fluorescent lights in A&E centres to a situation where we have all the DHBs stepping up and many of them achieving the 6-hour waiting target? That's what targets do, and that's what the Better Public Services targets will do. That's what national standards will do, because it puts people's minds about the issue, how to solve it, how to get there. They figure it out, they have the conversation, they have respect for each other, and that's what it will do.
Point of order, the Honourable Tauhenare.
Mr. Speaker, I'm